I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do it again because I got freaking dandruff all over my shirt. I don't want to go out like that. I'm going to do it again. All right. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. I'm sorry. Omar Cadoofis. That's what I call her. The representative. U.S. representative. Omar Cadoofis. Says that the big, beautiful bill is a transfer of wealth. If you're coming on, I know you're sick of hearing it, but I'm going to do it again because there's only 20 people that saw. I'm going to do it for the other 5 million people that watch my stuff, okay? Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. The transfer of wealth, she calls the big, beautiful bill. A transfer of wealth. Okay. Omar, how is it a transfer of wealth? I said it in the other. It's a transfer of savings, maybe. I'm trying to understand what you're saying by transfer of wealth. Okay, so if we have, okay, it'll be a transfer of wealth because the big beautiful bill is what is a result of them doing an accounting process where we find fraud in the system, so they make the cuts. So for it to be a transfer of wealth, let's put the scenario out there. Trump comes in. He's like a Tony Soprano at this point. He comes in. He's got his freaking trench coat on. He's like, "How you doing?" And the system is like, "Oh, we're doing okay, you know." Well, I noticed after we were auditing or whatever, you guys, you have this one person on your team. What's her name? Chelsea or whatever. Chelsea Schmitten, let's call her. I'm not saying any names. She's charging $1,200 a plate per child that's starving. $1,200 a plate, and we know that those freaking hamburgers, what they cost, $5. You're not gonna charge. Where's the rest of the money? Where's the rest of the money? And they go, we give. It's in the back. We keep it in the vault. All right. Come on in, guys. Elon, grab the bag. We're going to go transfer this into our bank account. You know what I'm saying? Bada boom. That would be a transfer of wealth. I never heard of the term transfer of savings. I've never seen a guy in a trench coat go in and go, "Hey, we're gonna do the big heist." What are we gonna do, Trump? What are we gonna do? We're gonna do a transfer of savings. How are we gonna do that? Budget cuts. We're gonna be rich. We're gonna be rich. We're gonna save all the money. But what about inflation? Taxing our dollars. Don't worry about it. I got a plan. What's your plan? More cuts. We're gonna save even more money. Trump, aren't you a billionaire? Yeah, but how do you think I got this way? I saved a penny. I saved another penny. I saved another. But the tax thing, the inflationary tax thing that eats away at your money. It eats away at your bottom line. Well, yeah, but, according to them, I'm not smart, and that's how I got all this freaking money. What are you talking about, Omar? There's no such thing as a transfer of savings in compounding wealth. Wealth happens when you take your income and that income, you invest it. Just does it sit there. You invest it and you get a return on your investment that matches the outgoing. That's wealth. When it exceeds that, that's riches. So wouldn't you be telling on yourself to say that it's a transfer of wealth? So Trump comes in and he's like, "Where's the money?" And you're like, "Yeah, we stole it from the people. It's in the back." If I were you, I would grab a bag and get all the money that we stole from everybody, and you could transfer that into your bank account. But you didn't hear that from me. I didn't hear what from you? That you stole the money? So you're telling on yourself is what you're doing. You see that they're hijacking this idea of transfer of wealth because people are just now coming on to the fact that the QE happened, quantitative easing happened, And that transfers wealth. And I'm explaining it several times. I don't want to go over it again. Just get the basics here. And plus, I had dandruff on my shirt. I'm not going to go out like that. Eey! I gotta go down and erase up. Hopefully nobody's watching the other video while I'm making this one, because I got all the dandruff, all this like powdered sugar on my freaking shirt. Boy, whatever. Transfer of wealth. Well, you know, and you would expect that from your audience, Omar. And then they're going, "This is the biggest transfer of wealth in history." How did you hear that? What are you even talking about? I heard it from Omar. Do you know what a transfer of wealth is? What you doing? Hey, man, I've been saving money. Oh, wow, you're a freaking criminal. Easy. Saving money. What do you got, a piggy bank? Yeah, I break it every once in a while, but don't tell my mom.